don't wanna be an American.
Good morning, Heartland. I don't know whether this show is going to remain good morning or good night, or probably both, because my schedule is a little erratic. And, it's to my benefit for it to be that way, because whenever I get into a routine, it feels like a rut to me. And I always need to pull myself out of a rut. So it's better that I just kind of go with the flow, work on projects as they feel right to me, and just keep everything on track. Anyways, that being said, it's hard for me to stick to a schedule. So I won't make any promises about putting this out every day, or even about putting this out every morning or every evening, or finding time to do it, at least one of those. No, can't promise that. I'm really inconsistent that way. So we'll just kind of get that over with now. This is going to be as high volume of a show as I can produce, given the time available to me, which changes week to week. Anyways, I've worked in ad tech for the last 10 years. And if you've looked at our YouTube channel even a little bit, you'll see that I think that I'm creative and can create some content, but not without the support of a cast of great, amazing friends and coworkers and partners. I consider my start in Web3 back in 2009 when I downloaded BitTorrent for the first time. And for people who are not familiar with BitTorrent, BitTorrent is a media piracy tool. Not necessarily media piracy explicitly, but that is how I came to use it as a middle schooler. Because I wanted to see movies and I wanted to collect music and I had no money. And even though I worked odd jobs for money and stuff, I was really interested in consuming the content, and it was readily available for free in illicit capacity, of course. But that access to information was all I cared about, to be honest. And so I sought out the tools that kind of allowed me to access it. And I really believe that obviously we've come to a streaming music environment where the costs are minimal. Of course, but at the end of the day, that didn't exist in 2009, really, when I was discovering music and discovering movies and discovering our pop culture and discovering our counterculture through these lenses, basically. And God, we don't need to go into a full backstory of me right now. We're doing fun shit. Anyways, BitTorrent is my entry point to Web3. I believe they even have a token these days. So I'm not a holder. I should be, but I'm also broke building this business. So if I ever make it big, I'm definitely going to put some bags over there just because, obviously, nostalgia. But what they really built was a peer-to-peer encryption network, media file transfer. And in a lot of ways, that's, a decentralized cloud system. And that's incredibly powerful. We found a great article this week that I just super excited to share with people. And it is, what was it called? Let me pull it back up. It is called Web3's Revolution, Why the Digital Wallet is the New Marketing Gold. And it's on Cointelegraph. And I swear I could have written it myself. This is what I've been preaching for nearly 3 years now. And I've been thinking about for, 7 years, I guess. First thought about a double-blind, privacy computing environment to solve the ad tech problem on user privacy rights back in 2016 around the implementation of GDPR and the Cambridge Analytica scandal during Trump's election, and obviously with Brexit as well. And, there was a lot of other places around the world where propagandic media, amplification was happening in a hyper-specific, personalized way that really exploited the ability to position messaging to people in a way that will resonate them and honestly activate them with some call to action. Generally it's consumption, but politicians can use it to influence ideology as well. And it can be done not necessarily directly through their accounts, but through the media's, accounting and presentation of those political concepts that are then pushed out to the larger public. And for a lot of countries, Facebook is their entire internet. So that's where news is consumed. It just kind of speaks to the timeliness of the importance of this situation, especially as Google's antitrust lawsuit also comes out this week, showing how they do exactly what every ad exchange does, which is arbitrage the prices to make sure that they can extract the ideal margin they want, while delivering clients the value that they're saying they're delivering clients. But it allows them to wash a lot of bad inventory in with the good, and overall inflate the cost of, advertising and reduce the efficiency of advertising, targeting, and placements. Anyways, I have 10 years of experience with this. This is why I'm just geeking out over it. It's finally the market's catching up to what I've been seeing for quite some time now. It's nice to have other people providing the language for, yeah, the art category. Everyone lists their PFP projects as art, and it's like there's literally a PFP option. It's just super frustrating on some level because it's like, why? You know, it's almost short-sighted, or it just clouds up real artwork. And I don't mean to disrespect the PFPs at all, but I think one of ones is what I mean when I say, you know, real artwork. And I know PFPs are one of ones, but the algorithmic generation of them and intent and purpose of them and the, you know, relative mass volume of them is what I find to be, it's like the entire collection is just one piece of art varied a bunch of different ways versus, you know, a bunch of different pieces of artwork under a theme. And I'm more interested in that type of artwork. But like, I'm a snob, I'm a bougie bitch, I'm an entitled little bitch, whatever you want to call me, I don't really fucking care. I just like, you know, appreciating what someone expressed. I mean, I'm no artist. This one's me right here. Like you can see, I have absolutely zero skills. You know, I'm just a cartoon character and have the ability, the drawing ability of a child. Everything about me is basically an overgrown child, with the exception of, I guess, like my lexicon and the knowledge I hold in my head. But I don't have temper tantrums anymore. I took care of that one. Or very rarely. We are so close to having that fully under control. It's tough to grow up. Just so everyone knows, I'll be 29 this year. And that's a really weird thought in and of itself, especially because in many ways, I feel like I look younger than I did at 23 right now. But that's what eating better and sleeping, well, I haven't been sleeping right, but eating better and drinking less will do. All right, so the top 5 today, we've got Opepin. Yeah, that's not very new. Neon Balloon, not really super interested in it. Save Souls looks interesting. There's another one here called Let's Walk. And then Pepe Heads by B. And that one is not certified or verified. So right now, that one's the one I'm most interested in because they know what they're doing the least. So it feels like it's raw, real. And yeah, I think those are the projects to keep an eye on. Anyways, Save Souls. It's another PFP project. It kind of reminds me of one of those grotesque middle school, you know, kind of like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but like with way more color. I'll be sure to show you images of these. Let's Walk. Oh, I've definitely seen these guys. They've been around the block for a while. Look, you know, they're animated, so there's far more going on here. Like, I don't really know how to generate this myself, so like, I know that this takes a lot of time and effort to learn how to do. And the art here is very, very clean, which is, I imagine, again, a really incredible feat to do across such a large collection. And there is quite a bit of diversity of art in here. Oh my God. There's this Basquiat one. It's animated. It's fucking totally pandering to me right now. I can't afford 2 ETH though. It's too much. It says Let's Walk XO number 089. One day I can support things that I like. I think right now that's technically my favorite one.
Don't wanna be in a